Well, I got me a new Logitech 1080p HD C920 webcam. It's coming in right up over here. Little guy right there. Anywho, looking at putting QuickTime Pro to do a little editing for clipping down because the files are too big to just to straight post. I'm sure I could shoot it in lower res, but that's kind of defeating my purposes. So out in the garage now is starting to be a staging area for my David laser scanning contraption. Here we have my David laser scanning panel box with calibration targets. Our wonderful Michelangelo has volunteered to be our first subject. Originally this box was put together. These are my fancy smancy 3D printed clips. The clip design, I designed them in AutoCAD basically, and send out a STL file for our 3D printer at Tulsa Tech. Broken Arrow Campus, thank you Mr. Turner. Kudos to all of Tulsa Tech. And it's been a while. As you can see, this original project began a while ago, obviously. 13. Wow. Anyway, I didn't realize it had been that long. Here is my first initial cross-check laser back when. I like it because it shoots horizontal and vertical. It's got the levels so you can get your plumb. It's got a bullseye float level here, cross check here, and you can actually dial it to set there. The base is magnetic. It's the cheapest game going over at Harbor Freight. I think it's $18.99. And I picked up another one, so now we can have interlacing beams basically. I intend to actually find a point for a mount bracket so that I can oppose the two lasers. Notice one is in the vertical and one's at 45 to create the cross-check hatch pattern. The laser lines will merge and create a mesh. Obviously multiple lasers can paint a preliminary mesh onto subject as photography or videography is occurring. I'm still in the works of motorizing the turntable. I found some useful YouTube videos. The one I'm favoring now is on a much bigger scale. It uses a wheel bearing out of a Jeep, and basically a Jeep Cherokee or whatever it was. You have to check the videos. I'll probably share that as well. It's actually a wheel bearing with plywood and motorized. It's turned off of a belt and a hacked up cordless power drill, and I'm definitely going to fab that up as soon as time really. I have everything I need. I got all the parts and components. Yeah, I might need a wheel bearing, but that's no big deal. Salvage and whatever. Anywho, this is the David laser scanning experiment. Max's kitchen / garage now. Let's just call it Max's workshop, okay? Yeah, that'd be even better. I'm going to kill the lights now. You can kind of see just quick at a glance. Still installing software and working out kinks and whatnot, but you can kind of get a quick idea what we're dealing with. Moving now intentionally, or eventually, that's a better word, eventually we will have a motorized target so that the subject can be moved 360. These panels will be enlarged to the size of a room. The turntable will be big enough to scan a person and in full character costume, and we'll set up the turntable with a wheel bearing, and we'll go with that. So we have a motorized turntable. We'll be painting laser crosshatch targets as it turns, and the lasers can mesh and create. Whether or not two beams will be fixated on a single point and then the painting begins, it'll probably be a handheld jig, not necessarily stationary. Or there's really no limit there. The lasers are readily available, and software is touch and go because I haven't really worked out all the kinks yet. But for lack of any software, the contour lines that this creates can actually, if the line of sight, now that I have the 1080p webcam, I intend to make a camera mount bracket that will put its center function, center view, and make a handheld mount that will put the both laser checks on either side of the lens, shooting at one at 90 and horizontal and one at 45 to create the patch. As long as the line of sight is in correlation, and I'm considering a gimbal mount, but that's probably out of budget. Still trying to do this on a top ramen budget, and obviously it took 2 years to get, well, it took about a year. I don't know, what is it? June, no, May 16th, 13. It is now. This box was signed and autographed May 16th, 13, and it hit a roadblock because the video, and really the David laser scanner works best with webcams. Still, Vertic is still out whether the David laser scanning is going to produce what I need, but I believe video alone, photography, I do have 3D Builder Pro with dongle, and even if I have to resurrect and reformat an old box to get that software on play, the photographs taken with the painted lasers feeded into 3D Builder Pro will allow me to very quickly create models, and that's pretty much it. I intend to be able to take picture of moving fixed positions to create skins, as well as topology, whatever you want to say. Basically, I'm trying to create the skins and the mesh and all of it that's involved. And Vertic's still out, but it's definitely a worthy experiment for all computer animators, drafters, CAD/CAM engineers, and just crazy obsessed guys that like lasers. Okay, welcome to Max's Workshop.